Okay, it's starting to get a little bit darker out and we're nearing sunset. And so while it's still light out, I uploaded my first video on YouTube. So that's during a travel camping or hiking trip. So it's actually a huge first for me. It's also my first video with it's the one where I'm choosing a campsite for this camping experience that I'm currently on. And it's also a first video that I've uploaded with preset, like as a template. So like I wrote out some general formatting that I just kind of like fill in the blanks. And so it's also the first video for that. So this is going to be, I've taken 3 videos so far. This is my 4th. I've one upload success. I tried uploading my 2nd video and it froze partway through. It got to 37% uploaded and then just stopped uploading. And when it kind of refresh or rejuvenate, jumpstart and keep going. So I stopped that and I was like, you know what? I'm hungry and I have an upload success. So I'm going to take time and do an evening snack. So that's the status update. I'm going to do an evening snack and story time. So for snack, I have 1 packet of Alpine Spiced Apple Cider Original. I'm probably going to eat it out of the packet. And then if I find that's too much of a hassle, I'll put it in the mug I brought with me and pour a little bit of water in. And then I'm going to do an English muffin with peanut butter. So while I get my snack, and I'm going to set it up on here. So as I'm getting my snack all updated, as I'm getting my snack all ready, I'm going to tell a story. So what's the story? The story is the story of how I found out about how the squirrel poops ended up on the trash receptacles and trash and recycling receptacles or bins. So by receptacles or bins, I mean the trash or recycling bins that are put out every week or every other week with trash and recycling come get picked up by the city, and that's just how trash and recycling works here in the suburbs of Seattle. And so I noticed one day that there were some squirrel poops on the trash bin. And I was like, that's kind of odd, an odd place for squirrel poops. I know there's squirrel poops. They're kind of like mouse or rat turds poops, but bigger, at least than like dwarf rats and mice, which we had growing up. And they were on there and I was kind of like, they don't go on these bins. So how the heck do the poops get on the bins? So now I'm getting my reduced fat peanut butter. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of this. So I was out there and went out in the morning. This was like about 2 or 3 days ago now. I went out there and the squirrels were out. We stored the bins, so the trash and recycling, kind of by the gate where I go to the backyard. I am decimating this lid. It's like, and so I noticed there were a lot of squirrels out, and I was giving them peanuts, and I looked up, and every once in a while, there's a squirrel on the roof. Now, I have actually posted a video of Pumice the gray squirrel on the roof, and she'll wait, and she'll look down as I come out in the morning, and so this is half tablespoon, and I looked up, and there was a squirrel on the roof, and I was like, oh, come get a peanut, come down and get a peanut, and the squirrel was like, meh, I don't know, because I was kind of beckoning it towards the front of the house, because they like have this tree where they jump on the tree and then come down and get a peanut, and this squirrel didn't want to go to that tree, and I was like, okay. It started running towards the back of the house, and at the back of the house they used the camellia tree, so to get down off the roof. This is 1 tablespoon of reduced fat peanut butter on 1/2. And so the squirrel starts kind of looking like it's going to go towards the back of the house and climb off the roof. And I'm like, okay, we got this settled. I'm going to get it a peanut. It's going to come get a peanut. We're all good. And so I start going towards the gate. So I'm like back on track, going towards the back. And I hear plop. And I was like, that sounds like something just hit the receptacle. You don't suppose. So I go over, and sure enough, on top of the recycling bin receptacle, so not the trash this time, but the recycling, there has fallen from the sky a squirrel poop on top of the recycling bin. And I look up, and the squirrel is running away from the edges of the house. So what this squirrel had done is it had taken its little rear end, its little hiney, stuck its butt over the side of the roof and gone bums away and pooped off the side of the house onto the receptacle. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, how I found out these squirrel poops come to be on top of the receptacles. These squirrels take their little rear ends, point them off of the roof, and then let the poops fly. And then this is the evening snack, and this is the setup. And I hope you enjoyed the story, and I'm about to enjoy this snack.